I'm hoping I'm in the frame. If I'm not in the frame, that sucks. Anyway. I said I was gonna film a get ready with you video talking about scary stories that have happened to me and that have happened to my family members, or stuff that has happened to like family friends in Mexico. Okay, so I guess let's get started. I have this like ball in my armpit and I don't know what to do about it, so I'm gonna just ignore it. I'm using the Max Strobe Luminate. Oh, I put a lot. I haven't done my makeup in like the foundation, so I'm gonna be trying the Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Foundation, medium to full coverage. I'm gonna try this. So the first story that happened to me, okay, the first story that I'm gonna talk about is a story that happened to me. I don't know how old I was. TBH. Let me see if I need to find a beauty blender. So I don't know how old I was. I think I was like around 10. And so basically a background about my family and stuff is that my mom was born and raised in Oaxaca, Mexico. And so so when we go to Mexico, I'm talking about Oaxaca, Mexico. So basically the stories that have happened to me, like the scary stories I've heard, have happened to my family in Oaxaca or my family in Morelos. Yeah, so that's basically it. Okay, and then so I was 10 and I had so I have a cousin who is, I want to say like 4 years older than me. Yeah. And so I was like 10, she was 14, and like, so I guess we were still at that age where we would play with each other and it wasn't too much of a age gap difference. And so I remember like in Mexico, I would stay, whenever we would go, we would always stay at my uncle's house, like my Tio Gusi's house all the time. And then, but I would always want to be with my cousin. Her name's Maria Jose, but I call her Maria Jose, me Mariche. So Mariche, I always wanted to be with her because she was so dope. I want to be with my cousin, you know, like I'm only here like a little bit of time, like let's hang out with her, whatever. So my mom was like, okay, fine, you know. So then what I would do was sleep over at my Maria Jose's mom's house, so Maria Jose's house, Mariche's house. So my tia Maggie is sisters with my Tio Gusi, and my Tio Gusi's brothers, and they're all brothers with like my mom. So they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like my tia was like, oh, that's fine, Chenny. Like it's fine, like the, you know, time mom, like it's fine, hermana, like I'll take your daughter, like she can sleep with us, it's fine, like don't worry about it. And so I went to sleep over at my cousin's house, and she had a big room, so like we would both fit in her bed, so we did that. And then yeah, so we would both fit in her bed, so it was like not a problem, you know. And then we had this she was like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna go to bed, but we were like, it was weird, we weren't gonna go to bed right like after we played and stuff. We were just kind of like chilling, you know, when like you're like, you don't want to go to sleep, but also you don't want to like, you don't want to go sleep, but also you don't want to be awake. You're just kind of like chilling, like, I don't know. I was like chilling with her. We were on the bed and we were just like, I don't know what we were waiting for. We were just like waiting, I guess, to fall asleep. And she had this doll on the corner of her room. It was like a porcelain doll. I'll put it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Remember, like, it was like, it looked weird because this doll had fallen, and since it was made out of porcelain, it had like just like broken. And since she really liked the doll, her mom put it back together with like Gorilla Glue and, like, you know, the really tough glue. And so the doll was still intact, but it had like cracks, like, you know, it looked creepy, like it looked, I don't know why she did that, you know. But yeah, and so then I'm trying to listen to if my dad's calling me, but he's not. Yeah, and so then I was like falling asleep like on the corner, and then the doll was like directly ahead of me. So I was here, the doll was here, and then like my cousin was like right next to me. And so I remember like falling, you know, kind of like falling asleep, like, you know, thought like, you know, going, you know, falling asleep and stuff. And I remember opening up my eyes and making eye contact with the doll, and the doll just immediately like send me kisses. She was like, and I remember like flipping the hell out. Like till this day, I don't know if it was like a nightmare maybe, or like if it actually happened, but honestly, like it felt so real. Like it felt so bad. I was crying. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go home with my mom, you know. And so what ended, like, since like they couldn't control my crying, so I was like, no, I was a mess. I was a disaster. And so what I did was close my eyes, and like, you know, I was telling my cousin, I was like, bro, like your doll's alive, like, you know, don't even try to like, you don't even try to like tell me that it's not alive. I was like, nah dude, I don't want to be here anymore. So since we couldn't, like in the middle of the night, they couldn't take me to my mom's house, what they did was, what my uncle did was, he said, okay, like I got it. And so basically what he did was, my uncle went to my cousin's room where we were at, and he slept there, while me, my cousin, and my aunt slept on her king-size bed. And so the next day I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't want to ever live here. I mean, I don't want to ever sleep over. Sorry y'all, you know. I was like, fuck no. The last time this fucking type of shit happens. I came here to have a good time, and I wanted to feel really attacked by ghosts and demons, you know. So yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. And then, okay, so that's like the first, like, I guess like the first type of like event that happened to me, I guess. And then so that happened, and then I'm not sure if this is the next story happened the same like trip that we had gone to Mexico, but I remember like so the first story that happened to me, what happened at my tia Mayi's house. So that's the first thing that happened to me at my tia Mayi's house. And then the second story happened at my tio Gusi's house. So my tio Gusi has this house, or had this house that was barely like under construction. So he had like cement walls, cement everything. And in Mexico they have this habit of like doing their laundry up like on the roof of their homes. My mom was doing our laundry because you know, when we would go to Mexico, we would go for like months. We would go like for 3 months, 2 months. So my mom would have to do laundry there. It wasn't just like a 2-week trip, it was like a stay, like a stay. So yeah, so that's what my mom did. She was doing laundry up there, and I remember like I was still little, so I couldn't really help her, or I didn't understand the concept of helping people still. So I remember like God, I feel like this is not gonna blend and I'm sad. I remember like since I was still a kid, I don't remember how old I was. I was still a baby. So I remember like my brother and I would always like to go up and down the stairs, you know, just to play around, because we didn't have stairs at home, you know, my uncle did. And so I remember going up and down the stairs, and I was trying to see, like, just playing around. We were kids. And I remember my uncle, the stairs that he had like stairs like in the room, you know, that were dangerous, low-key, like they had no railing or whatever. And then he had other stairs outside that connected the first floor to the third floor, to like the roof. So you had to take like the metal stairs, like the spiral stairs, to go up to the roof. And so you'd pass the first floor, second floor, and then to the third floor, to the roof. And then I remember going up those stairs to like go bother my mom and stuff, you know, and like go be annoying, be a kid. And I remember like whenever I would do that, I would always turn around to the second floor and look at my uncle's room, and he'd always be making funny faces at me, you know, being a cool uncle, whatever. And then I remember like he would always make funny faces at me. But one time when I was going up the stairs, he had this like statue of the heart of Jesus Christ, and it was always like in the back of his room like this, like with his hands like this and just kind of looking down. And I remember that one time that I was going up the stairs, this freaking statue of Jesus Christ was like to me, and I was like, oh hell no, you know. I was like, hell no, dude, hell no. I came out here to have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling really freaking attacked right now. I was like, hell no, dude. So I did what I do best, and I was like, Mom, you know, I went crying to her, you know, telling her everything that had happened to me. I was like, Mom, like, what the hell's happening? Like I'm like, you didn't tell me that we were gonna come and get like scared, you know, like, you know, I came out here to have a good time, and it's not feeling that way. And so she was like, you know, Mija, like, I'm sorry that you like feel this way, like it's not supposed to be like this, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. That was the second story that happened to me. But basically, this story, I talk about it because it didn't just happen to me, it happened to my sister the next day. And my mom didn't tell us because she didn't want to scare us, because we had like a few more days there and stuff, so she didn't want to tell us. But you know, I get it. However, you know, it's still kind of shady, but whatever, mom. I mean, the third story. Okay, so my dad tells me a lot of scary stories because my dad is from a village in Mexico. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want like anything to happen to me. I don't want like people to be like, you know, I just don't want to like bring some, you know, I just don't want to talk about it. Actually, I don't ever want to talk about it. It's like a family thing. Well, let's talk about another story. What scary story? Not that one, but the other one. Oh, well, I guess this one's not that bad. Okay, so basically, my dad told me that legend, is that a thing, a myth, I guess, like a old folks tale, that in his village, where he's from, his pueblo, there are people that turn into some type of like wolf things, but not really wolves. I'm sounding like Twilight. No. He said they're called the Nahuales, I think. And so basically they turn during some type of time in the month. And he said that one time there is this man who owned like a farm in his village, and this man had a bunch of chickens and or like, you know, hens and roosters and stuff. And he had this situation going on in his house or in his farm, that every like night, every like certain like full moon, yeah, there we go, full moon, the next day his chickens would be like slaughtered, you know, in order like nowhere to be found because they had been digested by some animal. And so he said, he's like, this always happens to me, like I'm tired of this like wolf or something that comes to my, you know, comes to my house and like ruins like my business pretty much, you know. And so he says that the one full moon he waited out and like to defend his like, you know, his little farm. And when he saw like that animal thing come, he shot it, and then it went away like crying and stuff. And then since the village is so tiny, and everyone knows each other and stuff, the next morning when he went to go try to find the body with like a bunch of his friends, no body was found, like no animal body was found, but there was a man, you know, like across the pueblo that had been shot. So it's like, where is that animal, you know? Like it's weird, like where's that animal if it wasn't that man, you know, that had turned probably and had gone like after the chickens and stuff, and had like, you know, done whatever to the chickens. But yeah, that's the one story that my dad tells me about the village and how he, you know, I believe it. I don't ever doubt him. Like he's lived there, you know. But I believe that there is like some type of like animals that there's some type of animals that like turn and stuff, you know. But yeah, that's the one. Okay, I guess I can tell this other story. So my mom was about my age, so she was like 23, 25, whatever, and her sister was like 20, 21, 22, whatever. And she tells me that they had so they're from Oaxaca, and they had family in Mexico City. We still do have family in Mexico City, and they'd always like go visit, you know. And this one time they were sleeping over, and that something like just made my mom wake up that one night. And she said that when she looked at, and so my mom says that when she looked at the doorway of the room, there was like this little girl standing there in a blue dress, like saying hi to her. And she said that like she was like, what the hell? And like she rubbed her eyes, and that the little girl was still there staring at her. So what she did was like wake up her sister and was like, bro, like there's someone there, like look up, not even kidding, bro, like look. And her sister, being like the ass that she was, she was like, bro, like there's no one there, like you really woke me up for this shit, you know. So she did. She woke her up and was like, bro, like, you know, why would I lie to you about something like this? There's one story of La Llorona. My mom said that my aunt, the same aunt, the aunt that Maria Jose's mom, said that she was out like with her boo thing, you know, before she had kids and stuff. They were out sleeping in like, I don't know where they were. I think they were in Puebla. It's like another state. Oh, I've been to Puebla too, by the way. I forgot. I've been there. It's an okay state. I'm not like too thrilled about it. But anyway, that's not the point. And they were at home. They were like, you know, sleeping and stuff, and she said that like something made her wake up. And she said that when she woke up, she heard someone crying for her kids. Okay, so she heard her, and so basically, the legend says that if you listen to her up close, that means she's far away, and if you hear her far away, that means she's up close. I don't know. I don't want to find out. Papá. Papá, ¿qué haces? Dad. I'm gonna call him and see if he wants to like participate in this, you know? Dad! Are you busy? I'm gonna apply eyeliner, lashes, and I'll be back. So this is the final look. Let me do a close-up. Yeah, I'm tired, so I'm gonna take this off. I didn't do it for like anything in particular. I just did it to like get ready with me, you know, and film a video. I literally have nowhere else to go, and honestly, if I wanted to go somewhere, I would take it off because I can do a face mask with this makeup, with this heavy makeup on. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye bye.